Hi, this is Dan Pfleegor with Consequence of Sound, and we're welcoming back to the city of Chicago, Mo. I can never say it 100% Mo.
Like, Mo's fine.
Mo.
Mo's fine.
Mo. So embarrassing to start that way, sorry. But I know, but welcome
I'm
back.
used to it.
Yeah, I'm sure you are at this point. But no, so I saw you last time you were in town
Yeah.
at the Metro, and we were talking a little bit. I've actually caught you a number
That
of
was
times.
at the Lincoln Hall, right?
Oh, yeah, the Lincoln Hall. That's
Yeah,
where it was.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was a great show, too.
Thank you.
You showed up on the second floor behind
that's
the
right.
bar at one
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
But you just came off, I mean, you did so many European festivals
Yeah.
this summer, and now you're
Yes.
just starting the North American tour. Like,
Yeah.
how are you staying motivated? This year's been so crazy.
Yeah, it's been a crazy year, but it's been so nice. Obviously, it's like I almost feel more like at home when I'm on touring and like on a bus or on a plane. So it's nice. I mean, I don't know where I find the motivation. I guess I just still feel so lucky that this is my life now. You know, it's what I've been dreaming about since I was a little girl. So it's just amazing.
Yeah, no, that's great. And then you took like a month off, I think, and then you went right back on the road, or did you take any time off after the year?
Well, I took 1 week off, like totally off, you know, and then that was what it is.
Crazy, but no, I mean, but we're happy you're back, and I mean, I think you're touring throughout the States through the next month, I think.
Yeah, that's
and then-
right. We'll like our tour will end on the 26th of October,
Okay.
so it's like almost a month to go.
Have you found any time to work in the studio or do any more collaborations in the meanwhile? I know you just did the
Yeah.
video with Elephant.
Yeah, that's right.
Great. One more.
Nice. Yeah, I really love the song and I love her and I love everything about it. So
Yeah, it's such a cool song too, and like the video, it looked like you guys had a lot of fun. I mean, it
Yeah.
really is just you two riding in the back of a car, but
Yeah.
things are getting wild after a
no,
while.
it was nice. We really had a fun night. It was awesome. It was definitely one of the best video shoots I've ever been on because also it was so like, I felt like it was just her and me, like, and in control of the whole thing, just just.
Have you ever thought about doing more collaborations though with like hip hop artists? I mean, you work with Diplo.
Yeah, but I mean, I've like, there's a lot of different artists that I would love to work with, but I always find it so hard to like name drop because then if there's someone that I don't mention, then I'll be like, oh, I should have mentioned, So there's so many great artists out there, and I mean, it's always interesting to work with new people because then it's like you're giving something to each other. You're like getting wiser from that experience.
Yeah, it's like you're almost, but I guess well, if we can't list too many people you'd want to collaborate with, what about one of the Spice Girls?
Oh
If you
yeah,
had
I
to
mean.
work with one of them,
It
you have
would
a
be
favorite?
Melanie C.
Melanie,
Spice, Sporty Spice. Yeah, she's my favorite for sure. But I love them all, of course, because they all have like, it was the Spice Girls who made me want to be a musician. So it's like they all mean like a lot to me at some level, because it's like back then, they were my gateway into music. So
It was cool to watch you finish. I think you finished with "Don't Want to Dance" at Festival in the UK, and it was just funny to see the people because I grew up the Spice Girls, but in the States,
Yeah.
and it felt like people were you were watching them relive their childhood. in a
Yeah,
way, and I think,
because it's funny. I mean, because it's like all the girls that I talk to who are like kind of my generation, they're all like when you talk about Spice Girls, it's like because like we all girls at my age at that time were dressing up like the Spice Girls and were like obsessed with the Spice Girls. It was all that you could think about. So it's just so funny to see how people react to it.
Yeah, it was weird. I saw Spice World on a field trip once in school.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that at the time.
Yeah, I'm sure you own the DVD,
Yeah,
VHS tapes.
I got everything.
No, and I just want to talk. I mean, I guess the themes of No Mythologies Follow. I mean, when I listen to that, I hear I'll do a lot of that sort of, I don't know, just like youthful, kind of being like nervous about going out in the world. And I always thought that was interesting because your live show, you really, you go out in the crowd, you work the entire space, and yet your music and your poetry kind of reflects more of like a being confused and bewildered. And I just always thought that was kind of neat. Is that how you're?
No, that's right. But I think it's more like it's the restlessness and the confusion. But it's also like kind of a it's frustrating. There's also some like aggression in that. And I guess when I play live, I feel like talking about like what I want to express. It's like because I feel that there's also a very sensitive, a very vulnerable side to it, but then there's the complete opposite, like the aggression and like the fuck everything, And so that's what I feel when I go on stage because I want to re-experience those feelings that I had when I wrote the songs. So when it's like about something like then I also just want to be like, because I want to relive it and I want to be true. I want to show the audience and the supporters, that I'm serious about these things that I wrote about, And so I guess that's what it is. And I mean, yeah, I mean, No Mythologies To Follow is about being young and confused and vulnerable and like in doubt about what you want to do and who you want to be. I mean, even though, you know, it's a lot about, oh, it's the teen years where you find yourself, but I guess all your life is a search. And like in nowadays society where everything is controlled by social media, like and media who are all like preaching about what's the perfect life about, and like you should be flawless and like glorifying eternal youth and eternal beauty, and like it's so hard to live up to that. And so like, you know, if you're young and insecure, or even if you're like my age, you know, or like 50 or whatever, you know, it can be so hard to feel that you have to live up to that, and that's a pressure, you know.
No, I mean, I think what you said, I mean, you captured it across the length of the album, and it's I mean, I love it. I told you, I've been seeing you a few times this year, so I'm trying not to gush and be too much of a fanboy. This would be like if you met Melanie C, I guess. Just be like, oh my God.
Well, I
Yeah,
actually
all right.
met Melanie C at this Danish reward show. Yeah, I won a prize, and she handed it to me, and I was just like,
wow, that's crazy.
"Ooh," yeah, I couldn't get my mind together. I was just like, "Wow."
Oh, well, thank you so much for talking to us, too, and I want you to break a leg tonight, and be sure to catch her on the rest of the North American tour. So, signing off, I don't know what to say. See ya.